Now, there are more than 75 million baby boomers in the U.S. right now. According to one recent study, most of them feel unprepared for retirement, and there are so many reasons for that. So here to offer some advice, we have Ohio's retirement coach, Greg Taylor. Greg, of course, the president of Legacy Retirement Group and also the host of Winning Retirement Radio. Greg, every Monday we have you here, and it is always good to see you.
And you know, I look forward to coming here every Monday.
All right, Greg, helping people get prepared. You really say this is about empowering them with the right information. This is about getting them educated on what they need to know.
It really is, because sometimes the truth is that you don't know what you don't know, so you really have to just sit down with someone and be prepared.
All right, so today we're going to break down some of the most common retirement questions. I'm sure you've heard these plenty of times. We're going to start with this one. What should I do with the money that is in my employer's retirement plan?
This is always a big question, but you have to be really careful when you're moving things out of your company's 401k plan or profit sharing plan or things like that. Now, here's a little caveat that a lot of people don't think about. If you're retired and you're between the ages of 55 and 59 and a half, you can pull money out of that employer's retirement plan without paying the extra 10% excise tax to Uncle Sam. So you don't want to necessarily roll everything out into an IRA. Now, the benefits of rolling it to an IRA, though, are that they get, some wealth management, more options out there.
Sure.
A lot more help in making decisions about your money. So it's typically a good idea to roll it out, but be careful that you don't set yourself up for a tax problem.
Okay, yeah, nobody wants a tax problem.
No.
Okay, so our next common retirement question is this. Is there anywhere I can put my money so that it will not be at the mercy of the stock market?
See, a lot of people are nervous right now about the stock market, but understand there needs to be some money in the stock market. We just want it to be tactically managed. We want to make sure there's a safety net or a floor beneath your portfolio. So our strategies do that so people can have a little more confidence that they know where the bottom is.
Sure.
But you do need to have some money growing over time so that you can overcome inflation and really be successful that way. Now, we use things like hybrid contracts to generate income for families so that you can have that lifestyle income. Then you want to have some money in the bank for those needs, wants, and emergency. And I refer to that as our sleep well at night money.
I think that sounds perfect.
Yes.
That explains it. All right, next one. Most people answer this incorrectly, and we've kind of touched on this sometimes, so I think it's important. Do I have to pay income taxes on my Social Security benefits?
Well, this one, it depends on how much other income you have, where the other sources are. So if you are married, for instance, and you earn $32,000 per year or less, now you don't owe income tax on your Social Security. But if half of your Social Security benefits plus your other income total more than that, now you owe tax on 50% of it. If it totals more than $44,000 a year, now you're one of those ultra wealthy retirees, and you have to pay tax on 85% of your Social Security. So there are some real strategies that we use. We want people to use Roth IRAs and tax-free strategies as much as possible in retirement so that they don't have to necessarily pay tax.
Right, and that's why it's good to meet with a team like you guys have, these experts that can find, each area, because none of us know that much about it, I feel like.
No, that we really don't. And so what do? We go on the internet and we get what I call Google slapped, right?
There you go, right.
Because we don't necessarily know if that information is accurate. So sitting down with someone that you feel comfortable with, that you feel confident can give you good advice is always a good idea.
All right, Greg, finally, what are required minimum distributions? How will those impact my retirement?
Some people call them RMDs or MRDs, but it's the amount that Uncle Sam forces you to take out of an IRA or a 401k after age 70 and a half. Now, if you're still working past 70 and a half, you get to delay it on the 401k, but not the IRA. And that typically, just to give you an idea, at age 70 and a half, Uncle Sam doesn't say, well, it's 3% or 4%. They say you're going to divide that by 27.4, or that's kind of a life expectancy table. And so that divider means that you're going to pay about 3.65% in taxes, that's the amount of required distribution. So it's about 3.65% that you have to pull out of your You got my mind on taxes.
I know.
Yeah.
We're all over
My
the
heart's
place.
thumping. You know, tax week was just a couple weeks ago.
Oh, I know. I'm still
Yeah.
feeling it from that. Okay, so bottom line is there's a lot of questions when it comes down to it. Sitting down with your team is probably a great way to get started.
It really is, and we look forward to sitting down with families and just helping them organize all this stuff.
Right, organize our thoughts. All right, Greg, well, you are not going anywhere. Coming up after the break, Greg will be back along with his wife, Kristen. They're going to address another common retirement dilemma, and this is how to plan for retirement while also covering your children's education costs.